Hello and welcome to Elecspo. It is episode 6 of our Newcastle United Football Manager 2015 career, and today we're going to look at the 2018-2019 season. Obviously last time we looked at 2 seasons because we've been away for a while. I believe we finished 8th and 9th, which wasn't great. I'll have a little quick look if I can. There we go, Premier Division, stages. I'm just giving away what happened anyway. So yeah, we came 7th, then we came 9th. Now, with that low 9th place finish meant no European football, which was a bit of a blow. But it also meant that the board weren't happy and said that if things didn't improve, I was going to get the sack. So we were told that, obviously you can see I didn't get the sack, but at the start of the next season we needed to pick up, I think it was either 11 or 12 points from our first 5 games. So that was a little bit scary, and fortunately we did it, but things couldn't have got off to a worse start considering we lost the time. We had Derby at Sunderland 3-2 as well. We were in front twice. Yep, ahead twice. Lost 3-2 in the end, which was pretty sad. Then had to follow that up with a 2-1 win over Southampton. A 93rd minute winner. And then from there it was plain sailing. Big win over Burnley, big win over Cardiff, and a big win over Hull City, which meant, fortunately, I was not going to get sacked. Which it would have been a pretty disastrous end to this whole little series. Oh, he got sacked in the 4th season. That would have been pretty depressing. But anyway, the main reason for this success at the start of the season, you can see from the goal scorers, that man Kennedy. We'll have a look. We'll go back to these games later, but since he's came up, we've got to look at the transfers. So we brought in Andres Kramaric on a free. Thought he's going to be a great backup to Fierro. Started brilliantly. Got 2 goals in the time we had Derby. You can see there 6 goals in 23 appearances. 12 of those off the bench. You can't really ask for much more as a striker. Well, as a backup one, pretty good. Manolos from Roma, brilliant. He's got 7.14. Likely he's going to improve considering it's his first season in England. But experience, him alongside Virgil van Dijk's an absolute dream. And 28, he's coming into his peak years. This was the main one though. Kennedy, obviously a Chelsea player in real life, did play for Newcastle, had one great loan spell, one horrendous loan spell. But on Football Manager 2015, honestly, you think he's going to... Right, ignore the red. Ignore all that. But you think he's going to be one of the best players in the world. I tried to sign him the previous January when I sold Perez. Whatever. When I signed Bilal Cheek, I tried to get Kennedy. But the agent wanted an extra 7 million or something. I couldn't really justify it because I was a little bit scared that the figures he was getting in Brazil wouldn't live up to the hype in the Premier League. But next season, got him for 12 million. He's on a 95 grand a week. That's one of the most expensive players, but Christ, he's been worth it. Look at that first season. He started every single game. 22 goals, 11 assists, 6 man of the match awards, and an average rating of 7.6. That's his best ever season, and it's the hardest ever league he's played in. He plays on the right wing as an inside forward. He'll shoot for England, but as I say, 22 times it went in the net, so I can't really moan too much. Other big one was Jonas Hector at left back. Yeah, decent. Actually, no, he was pretty good, Jonas Hector. Replacing Christian Fuchs. Did I sell Christian Fuchs? I've looked at something, I haven't even finished it. Going on the other side, right, so Wissam Ben Yedder sold him, absolutely naff, really disappointing, 7 million. Jimenez got 6 million for him, that's good money considering how disappointing he was. 1.5 million for Carl Darlow, he was never going to make it. Christian Fuchs, he was one just to get rid of. At his age, wasn't going to bring much more to the party, despite, the year before he barely played because Andrew Robertson came in. A loyal servant in Newcastle, but his time had come to an end. So that was the transfer business, pretty good. We'll go back to the season, and after getting that big win against Hull, which saved me job, lost to Notts County on penalties, which knocked out our best chances of winning a cup. And as you can see, we got knocked out in the 3rd round of the FA Cup as well. So literally all it was a season in the Premier League. But what a season it was. As you can see, we followed that big Hull win up with a really... it was a hard run of games. Drew with City, which is a good result, then lost to Arsenal. Drew with Everton at home, and then beaten off Chelsea. But then we went on this amazing run. 9 games we went unbeaten. Sorry, well, it was 10 games unbeaten, but 9 straight wins. Christ, I cannot talk. 10 straight wins. Those final 3 didn't even concede a goal. Honestly, should have put my teeth in before I started this, but anyway, we'll keep on rolling. So those kind of results were putting us right at the top of the league. in and around the Champions League places. I mean, there was a time when it looked like we could challenge for the title, but alas we didn't. I mean, we came close-ish. It was never on, but we certainly put pressure on Man United, who I think won it. No, it was Chelsea that won it. Of course it was Chelsea. That's all they do now that Jose Mourinho's in charge. But we'll have a look here. And we ended the season in 4th place, 79 points, only 8 off the top spot, which is very, very good personally. Only just crept into the top 4 on goal. It was Man United who were pipped on goal difference on the final day. But only 2 points off top spot. The annoying thing is it coming forward. I mean, it was a great season, but the only downside of it is that next season we're going to have to play that qualifier for the Champions League, which is always a little bit hairy. But it will be our first appearance in the Champions League since that second season, when we'd really never sure got in the Champions League. But we did. I think this season we deserve it. We've got a good team. Fierro and Kennedy, absolute stars. We'll have a look now. That's the schedule. That's no use. Take a look at the squad. So there we go. Tim Krul, another solid season for him, 7.1. Why has it got Jamal Lascelles? Right. We've got Fierro, who fought, I mean, he didn't get as many goals. He obviously got 25 in that first season, but he got 17 in this one, 14 assists. So he contributed 31 goals yet again, which is an exceptional tally. Oh, I mean, what a player. Doing the number 9 shirt justice. Granit Xhaka, he did a little bit better this season, but he's not quite the player I'd hope he would be. So obviously looking to improve in the middle of the park. Moussa Sissoko had another excellent season, played every single game, started every game. That is why he's the captain. Gini Wijnaldum as Cam, his best season to date, 12 goals, 8 assists, with the number 10 shirt. You know, he's in his peak years at the age of 28, but you know, he's got a lot of years in. I mean, that's 5 seasons we've had him. Fortunately, the clubs interested in him have gone away. Manu Trigueros is the big disappointment. Obviously, I mentioned at the start of the last video we brought him in, and he's just been naff. And the thing is, we're going to struggle to get rid of him because he's on 76 grand a week for it's only another couple of years, but still, he's on the transfer list. I haven't even set an asking price for him. A bit scared to, really. I think we're going to have to give him away, basically. But if you look at the bottom there is a new player there, Will Hughes. I'd wanted to sign Will Hughes last season, but in all honesty, I forgot. And then by the time I realised he'd signed for Man United, so we decided to splash out £15.75 million to bring him to St James's Park ahead of the Champions League campaign. Hopefully he can be the perfect partner for Sissoko, because we've struggled to get someone alongside him. Hopefully he can be the fix. Ricky Cohen there at the bottom, a little regen, 18 years old, and what a player he's going to be. I gave him a couple of appearances off the bench last season. Might give him a few more this season, just see how he gets on. But I mean, if you look at these references, potential ability 5-star, potentially world-class attack. I think we might have mentioned him in the last video, but he's still getting on alright. I don't particularly want to loan him out. I think he's one we can just get straight in and just build him up by getting good players around him, especially when you've got the likes of Kennedy and Fierro. But there we do have it. 4th place in last season, back in the Champions League, nearly lost my job. It's been the most exciting season we've had yet. Hopefully this can be the foundation of where we're going to go as a club. You know, we'd fluke things in the past where we're getting by, then we'd decrease probably to where we were, avoided a scare of getting sacked, but now we have got it back into the Champions League on, you know, deserved it. You can't deny that. Well, I can't. I'm not going to deny it. It was a great season. That game in Man United, God, that one nearly cost for. Sorry to go back, but that one was the one that nearly cost for top 4, because there was a point when I thought this isn't going to happen. Beaten 4-3 at Old Trafford, 90th minute winner from Fede Katabia. That was pretty devastating. And then we lost 3-2 at Liverpool late on as well. Fortunately, those 2 final day wins, a 1-0 against Fulham, 89th minute by Sissoko, and then the final day beat Ipswich Town 2-0 to secure that 4th place finish and mean that we are in the Champions League once again. Don't know who we're going to get in that playoff. It'll be tough though, whoever it is. But we will let you know how we get on and in the next season in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, we will see you around.